Hey everyone, it's Marianne from the New York City Organization of Public Service Retirees with announcement. We are preparing a massive rally for Monday, December 16th at 2 p.m. Our location is still being discussed, and it will either be starting at the City Hall location where we usually meet and progressing down the block to DC37 headquarters or just meeting at DC37. We will be making that decision in the next couple days, so please stay tuned. We will make sure that this is on our social media, on our YouTube channel, and in our email blasts. And so here is why. And we are asking everyone to come out for this because we are so fed up with what we've been seeing from District Council 37 Henry Garrido. Once again, it is the people that are most affected by something that are not even part of the conversation. The disrespect this time is even more breathtaking. The original big lie is that DC37 and the Municipal Labor Committee represents current retirees. It's the original sin. The fraud and deceit that got all of this started in the first place. They have profoundly misrepresented the law and preyed on retirees to make up for the 12 years of failures that they've had since their negotiations under Michael Bloomberg. They're taking the cowardice out on the most vulnerable people that they had a solemn duty to protect. It's worse that they won't protect us. But now they prey on us. And now we have to defend ourselves. And this is antithetical of the core values of unionism. That maybe we now have an obligation at this point to get back into the mix of things in order to remind the people that they had a solemn obligation to protect us and remind them what the core values of unionism really are. We are going to descend upon DC37 and remind Henry Garrido who he is supposed to protect. If you are a DC37 retiree, we are urging you to wear your green DC37 swag so he sees you bright and clear in a sea of green. Everyone else, you can wear what you want. If you want to stand with the DC37 retirees in solidarity, wear something in hunter green as well. But let's make this crystal clear. DC37, under the auspice of Henry Garrido, sent a letter to every city council member this week and told them that he was hosting a meeting just for them to discuss healthcare and Intro 1096, our bill that was to protect retirees. Henry is still perpetuating the lie that he represents retired workers, retired unionists, retirees. Henry doesn't represent retirees. The MLC doesn't represent current retirees. The UFT doesn't represent current retirees. There is no union in the city that represents current retirees. They had the solemn duty to protect us, and they failed at that. And then when they started to prey upon us is when this organization needed to exist. And now we are realizing that our bill is being once again blocked by one of the largest unions in the city. And why? Because according to Alan Klinger, that our bill, even the last bill, Intro 1099, that was introduced by Councilman Charles Barron and Lynn Shulman, who isn't on this bill, by the way, that our bill was illegal and violated collective bargaining. At the end of this video, I'm going to attach another video where I'm going to remind everyone what Alan Klinger said. Intro 1099 2023 was not illegal, but what it would do is if the city had to pay for those retirees, it would be less that it would spend on active workers. I want to remind everyone of those words because they were said in a municipal labor committee before about 100 unionists, and no one rebuked the comment that Alan Klinger made and was supported by Henry Garrido. On Monday, December 16th at 2 p.m., we will descend upon DC37 and remind Henry that a real union leader doesn't steal from its retired unionists and that a promise made should be a promise kept. Bundle up because it's probably going to be cold, but we're fighting for our life and our health care. Bring a friend and we'll see you there. And remember, we may not get into that meeting, but they're going to see us and they're going to hear us. And in the words of Shirley Chisholm, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. I'll see you Monday, December 16th at 2 p.m. I believe we will start at City Hall and march down to DC37. In solidarity with all of you, please show up. I want to make sure Henry hears each and every one of you. Have a good night, everyone.
You have Harry or someone there from legal, maybe Alan, just explain it in further detail and expound upon how it's going to affect collective bargaining rights.
It freezes health benefits to where it was in December 31st. It obligates a Medigap supplement plan without saying how it would be paid for. And concern is that the city will then adversely impact other aspects of healthcare for actives and others because of that.
And so the one line in the legislation that speaks to it not doing that. What do you think the effect of that line? It says it will not affect collective bargaining. Is that a throwaway line?
No, but it can't by itself determine what happens for actives. But what it'll do is put enormous financial pressure on what the city says to us it's willing to pay for actives if they have to pay so much more for retirees. That's how we interpret it.
Okay. I just wanted everybody to understand what it why we're saying that it has an impact on collective bargaining forward.
Yes.
We're saying that to the extent that it freezes retiree bargaining over health, the impacts on any savings that derive from retirees could impact our collective bargaining on actors. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe you have it right.
So there you have it, folks. The attorney for the Municipal Labor Committee, DC37, the United Federation of Teachers, 237, CWA, sanitation, says the bill by itself isn't illegal. But what it would do is that if the city had to pay for those retirees, it would be less that it would spend on you, the active worker. Shocker, right? That an attorney for a body of unionists expressed that, and the body didn't rebuke what he said. They were like, well, yeah, we got to sell off those old people just so we can get our raises. Well, okay. That's not union. And if you all believe that, you should turn in your union cards because that's not union. And for the city council that still believes the big lie, you need to step up because you've been lied to the entire time. And the only ones that have been telling you the truth are the real unionists, the New York City retirees. Have a great day, folks. Now you know the truth. And I'm going to keep replaying it until someone steps up and does the right thing.